Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a fun little hybrid. It's a reading vlog, but it's also a journal with me. I thought that I would give myself a reading challenge. I almost solely read BL manhwas, but also mangas, so just mostly BL. And I have so many straight romances on my TBR, and I really wanted to get to them, and I thought what better time than February, than Valentine's Day. So I gave myself a little challenge this week. The spread I'm making now is to go into my reading journal. I really wanted to kind of just like introduce the fact that I was doing a challenge. And also when I was making it, I realized, oh, there are a lot of colors in this spread. And I was like, like I knew it was gonna turn out gaudy. I knew it wasn't gonna be great. I thought it can't be worse than my reading goals spread that I made, if you saw that one in my last video. So I was like, however it turns out, it'll definitely be better than that. So that's what this spread is. I also wanted to write my predictions for all of the different mangas and manhwas. Well, 3 mangas, 1 manhwa that I'll be reading. The first one is a manga called Tamon's, I believe. I think that's how you pronounce it, Tamon's B-side. And it's sort of a fan-idol relationship. I'm really interested in seeing how that turns out. It seems really cute. I love the cover of it. It's kind of giving Bombi from Plave, actually. And then the second one is called Choking on Love in English. I don't know what the Japanese title of it is, actually. And it is not officially released anywhere, much to my dismay. I first saw that manga, like I think I saw panels of it months and months and months ago on Pinterest, and I was like, what is that manga? Like I have to find out. And then I kind of just put it out of my mind and didn't think about it again. And then I was watching a Korean vlogger like unbox mangas, and I saw it again and I was like, oh, I have to read it. Like I've been wanting to read it all this time. Like I'd almost forgotten about it. Well, not really. Like I always had it in the back of my head because I remember I loved the art. So that's the second one. And again, it's not licensed anywhere, which is really a shame. And then the third one is A Sign of Affection. I'm sure if you've heard of anyone, you've probably heard of that one because it is getting an anime soon. And I saw the trailer for the anime and it looked really good. I think, I'm not sure how long ago it was, but someone recommended that one. And I was like, oh, yeah, that kind of sounds like something I'm interested in. I really love that it's about someone who has to use sign language. That's so interesting to me, and I don't know if I've ever read a manga like that before. And I think representation like that is really important, and just all sorts of love stories, so I really like that. Oh, did I even say what the second one was about? Choking on Love is about, to my knowledge, I think a girl is going to spill water on a guy's laptop, or vice versa. He's going to spill water on her laptop, and that's how they meet. And I think he's in a band. I don't know anything else about it, though. And then the fourth thing that we're going to be reading is Operation True Love. This is a pretty popular manhwa, to my knowledge. It's a webtoon. It is in English. I don't know if it's as far in English as the Korean one is. It might even be finished. I don't know that much about it, other than the fact the boys in the story look gorgeous. The character design, 10 out of 10. The artist did such a great job. It really gives, like, when I first saw them, I thought it was from a BL, and I was like, of course I was excited because that's all I read. But then I was like, oh, like it's in a straight romance. Like, okay, like it's fine. Like it's fine. Like I wish like they were dating each other, but like it's fine. And I'm really excited to do it. I think it's something about like, there's like an app or something like that can help you find your true love. I think it's something, I don't even know I don't know anything about the plot of this. I truly want to read it to look at the art. That's really it. Oh, and I think they're in high school. I think that the first manga, I think they're in high school, and then the second and third one, I think they're in college, and then the fourth one, they're in high school. So I'm not mad about that at all. I love school life things. Like that's one of my favorite settings for any sort of story. As for this spread, I really wanted to use a bunch of different memo notes, which probably was not the best idea because that just added to how many colors there were already in the spread. I was a bit greedy. I really was trying to use so many different memo notes, but my idea was that I can just like reuse these in later spreads, so that way it maybe seemed a little bit more cohesive, because like in real life, when you buy like a bunch of memo notes, you get like 50 at a time, so you end up reusing the same things over and over in your journal anyway. So I thought that makes sense. I do kind of wish that I'd maybe like lowered the transparency on some of them, because I feel like my writing it looked a little bit like, I don't know, like kind of hard to read because of that. But otherwise, I mean, I feel like this spread accomplished what it needed to do, which was introducing my reading challenge. So I'm really excited to get to all of these. I'm hoping that I'm going to love all of them, or at least like all of them. So yeah, let's get started. The first manga I read is about a fangirl who works as a housekeeper part-time. She gets assigned to a new house and she realizes it belongs to her favorite idol, which is just so funny. I said that I predicted this was going to be 4 stars, but I was wrong because I'm giving volume 1 5 stars. It was just so funny. I truly think this is the funniest manga I've read in a long time. When I was making this spread, I wasn't sure if I wanted to reuse the manga cover or not, but I decided no because I just used it in that other spread. So I really loved this one scene. I guess I don't want to do too many spoilers, but basically there's a scene where they go into a photo booth, and so I wanted to use the picture that got printed out. I think it was one of the photo booths that makes little stickers. I wanted to use that in there. I just thought it was too funny not to use. And then also I found some color photos of the main character and the male lead, and I thought those worked in well because I really wanted to also keep kind of a pastel theme because his hair is pink, like the original cover was like pink and blue, so I wanted it to have kind of the same vibe. I just really found this manga relatable. Just the fangirl life, well, as you know, or maybe you don't, but I've talked about this in some of my vlogs, I'm recovering from being a K-pop stan. I'm still a fan of a lot of groups, but this manga really showcases like what it's like to be like a serious, like hardcore fangirl. And I think also a lot of times when we think about stans, you might think of something in like a negative way, like, you know, people who are breaking into idols' homes and stuff like that. Like I know my favorite group, NCT, they have a lot of stalkers, like very notorious stalkers, like people who have been bothering them for years upon years. And I think that this manga shows that you can still be a fangirl but have boundaries, even though it's obviously like very silly and like outlandish, of course. It's still like, I think that there's like heart in it. You see like how much being a fan of someone can help you out. She even talks about how she had like some dark times, the main character did, and she really felt like standing Tamon like helped her through them, and that's how I feel as well. Like I said, my favorite idol group is NCT, and my bias is Jaehyun. I'm doing a hand heart, you can't see, but I'm doing it. And he's known as everyone's first love, and I'm included in that, truly. I never had any interest in idols, or even really men in general before him, and I just all of a sudden just fell for him. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just so like wholesome and pure also. And I think that this manga does a good job of showcasing that someone like me rooting for Jaehyun made me feel better, and I felt like I really received a lot of strength from him, from being his fan. And idols are always saying that they gain strength from their fans as well, and I feel like it's mutual in that way. It's just that it can come with a lot of downsides, but I like that this manga showed that it doesn't have to be a negative or dark or scary experience to be a super fan of someone. So I haven't really been talking about this spread that much, but basically, like I said, I wanted it to be really pastel themed, and I feel like I almost forgot about this washi tape that I have. It's like gray and white striped, and it made me think, I don't know if this is in my Pinterest board because I've had this washi tape saved for like a really long time, and I'm not sure if it's in there or not, or if I even found it on Pinterest, so I'm going to have to double check for that. Just as a little reminder, I do have a Pinterest board that has everything that I use for my journal spreads, apart from, of course, the manga screenshots that I took while I was reading. But everything else should be in there unless I say so. I might use some other things in the future, and I'll definitely let you know if they aren't in the Pinterest board or if I can't find them again for whatever reason. But anyway, I'm really happy with how this spread turned out. I think it's really cute and it's fun, and it kind of matches how it made me feel while reading it. So this next spread is for the manga Choking on Love. I guess I'll explain the spread first before I get into the plot, but basically I really wanted this to have a flyer so in the manga, the male lead is in a band and it's called Black Panther, and there's a part where the main character, she makes a flyer for the band, and I loved it so much I really wanted it to be in the spread, so I just took a screenshot and I erased kind of everything around it. In the manga, like, she's holding it, so I had to erase where her fingers are, so I had to like try to cover that up, like where the little missing chunks were from her fingers. But I just thought it looked so cute, and I wanted it to be like, you know, like you'd gotten a little flyer about this band and then you just taped it in your journal. I'm saying you. What do I mean by you? Me? I? As if I'd gotten a flyer? I don't know. But also, I found these Hello Kitty guitar picks. I did not find these on Pinterest. I'm pretty sure I just Googled Hello Kitty guitar picks, and these were so cute. The background was even already removed from them when I saved the image, so I didn't even have to do no fussing or anything with them. I think they're so cute. I love that they're rainbow, and because they're rainbow, that gave me an excuse later on in the spread to use some glitter stickers that Canva has that I really love, that I've been wanting to use, but I just felt like they never matched any other spread, but in this one they did. I also decided to use the book cover in this spread just because I like how the cover looks and I like the colors in it, and I don't know, I felt like I could use it in this spread for whatever reason. I just didn't really want to use the one in the last one. I don't know why. Also, as you can see, the beginning of this looks so funny because I literally, when I screen recorded this, I just clicked the undo button and then clicked the redo button a bunch of times so that you could see everything that I went through while making this spread. It took me so long, and I'm actually glad I wasn't screen recording through all of it because it took me so long to decide what I wanted to do, like, and what I was going to settle on with it. As you can see, the spread went through so many changes, and that's like really realistic. That's why sometimes I end up not screen recording at the beginning of when I'm making something because I'm like, like, I don't like how this looks. I'm gonna have to redo it, and it's truly like I just fuss around with these spreads so long, but I ended up finally getting it to how I wanted it. But anyway, this manga is about a girl who works at this it's like kind of a cafe, I guess, some sort of restaurant, and one day this group of band members is in there, and one of them spills water on her laptop, and basically he feels bad for her and he's like, hey, come with me, and he lets her use his computer so that she can finish up her assignment so that she can, you know, not get a bad grade and fail, of course. He actually helps her with her assignment, which she gets a really good grade on, and after that they end up meeting up more times and they really click well. I absolutely love their chemistry. It's so magnetic. My only complaint is that I think there might be a second male lead. I don't understand why straight romances always do this. Like, I feel like out of the last 50 BL stories I've read, maybe one has had a second male lead. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. So I'll have to keep reading the series to see how it goes, but I hate second male leads being added. But what's crazy is that the second male lead showing up was the funniest part of this volume. Like, the male lead was like, are you a model? Are you a girl? You play guitar? With like heart eyes, which is understandable because he is handsome. Oh, the art is really nice in this as well, which is one of the reasons why I even wanted to read it to begin with. So I'm going to say, since I love all the character designs and stuff, I'm going to give this manga 4.5 stars. I really liked it. I'm not sure where the plot will go, but I have high hopes that it could definitely be a favorite in the future, and I really hope it gets officially licensed. The next manga is the one I had the lowest expectations for, and unfortunately I was correct, but for the wrong reasons. For the spread, there was really nothing particular about like the manga that I wanted to incorporate, so I decided to use a cute cinema roll page. It's like memo notes that you're supposed to cut out yourself. And I also used this cute Tamagotchi letter set. I really liked the shadows on this letter set. Like, the shadows on both pieces look really good, so I was happy when I placed both those down and saw it. This manga series, I should say, is ongoing. At least in English it is. Maybe it's finished in Japanese, I don't know. And it has like 9 volumes or something like that, so that's why I thought it would be slow to begin. But no, the romance begins pretty quickly. And the plot is really simple. They're just university students who happen to meet. And the main character, Yuki, she has such a cute personality, like really fresh, you know, like fresh, like that kind of like cute freshness. And I think the way the male lead wants to learn sign language is sweet. But then guess what happened? A second male lead was introduced. But it's not just any second male lead. He's her childhood friend, plus he's kind of treating her like she's a baby, and he's pushy. But he's pushy in a protective way, which basically means you can't hate him because you understand he's behaving that way because he cares about her. I hate that. Like, I really feel like the introduction of his character ruined me wanting to read anymore. I just know I'm not going to like reading those dynamics, so unfortunately, I will not be continuing the series. I think I'm going to give this manga 3.5 stars. It really was not bad at all. I liked the plot, but I know I won't be continuing it. I liked how the spread turned out, though. There's not really much to say about it. Honestly, I didn't use that many different items this time, but I really like how everything feels sectioned off in this one. I want to try something like this again in the future. I feel like I kind of have, like I'll have another journaling video soon, and I kind of did something similar, but I want it to look more like this in the future. So I'm gonna look for more of those on Pinterest, like more kind of pages like that have the little memo things for you to cut out. I feel like that's a good way to section things off. Oh, also I wanted to say that I completely lied earlier. This is not getting an anime. It's already begun. The anime has already started. So I don't know if I'll watch it. Maybe I might watch like the first episode or something like that to see. Maybe I'll like it more in animated form as opposed to having to like read through all of the like angst, I guess, that will happen between her and the second male lead and the male lead. Oh, also, while I was making this spread, I really started to think about how many like items I use specifically from Canva, and I was thinking maybe I should make a video where I like introduce all of my favorite items. Like, for example, that pink star. I literally can't make a spread without that hot pink glittery star, and so I was thinking maybe I should make just like a whole, I don't know if I should make a whole video dedicated to it or if I should just like add a segment in during another journaling video where I show you all of my favorite items from Canva, because you know, like collections, they have names. It's kind of a pain to type in all of the letters and numbers, but collections do have names, so that way it would be easier for you to find an item just in case there was something that you wanted to use and couldn't find it. But no matter if that's a separate video or if it's just a segment in another journaling video, I'm definitely going to do that. I don't know when it'll be because I have another journaling video coming up along with my monthly vlog, of course, so I'm not sure when it'll be, but definitely within the month of March. Anyway, As you can see, I finished all of the layering and stuff for this spread, and now I'm going on to the writing portion. I couldn't get the one when I was trying to write out volume 1. I just didn't really like how the font looked together, and I'd kind of already mixed fonts in the other portion of that page, like whenever I was writing the date, and I was like, why don't I just try to handwrite it? And it looks terrible, but that's okay, you know. It's fine. The Tamagotchi envelope was such a good space to write on. Like, it was just perfect. That color of blue, like, it wasn't too obtrusive or anything like that. I feel like you can really see my writing well. And it was just the perfect amount of room, like, not too much, not too little. And that is pretty much it. I'm adding some stars, and this spread is finished. The final story is Operation True Love. I knew immediately really what I wanted to do for this spread. I definitely wanted to make a little ID photo for Eunhyuk, who is one of the male leads. In the story, the blonde male lead, Dohwa, he has like a little school ID that's like in the story, but then the author, the illustrator drew school IDs for both the female lead and Eunhyuk, the other male lead. So I knew I wanted to make a little ID card, or not ID card, just a little ID photo of him. And also I knew I wanted to use a study planner because I thought that would just look so cute, and it was just, you know, fitting for the whole school setting. So that's what I knew I wanted in this spread. And other than that, I found this little picture of like a Calmoji keyboard, and I wanted to use that as well because in the story, I haven't explained the plot yet. So this girl gets a flip phone, and the flip phone she keeps getting text messages on it, and she thinks it's someone else like sending them. But I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's not a person in the way that you would normally think it's a person sending things. So she keeps getting these random text messages, and they always have these really cute emojis at the end of them. They're like basically like, hey, your boyfriend hates you, and then it'll be like a really cute emoji. And so I definitely wanted to use that because it also fit in the story. And then I remembered I have a bunch of old things from like when I used to make K-pop digital journal spreads, and I was like, ooh, I know I have these saved in Canva somewhere. And so I like scrolled for a really long time to find them because it was like years ago that I made them. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the exact things that I used in this spread, but I'll definitely try to find other ones on Pinterest and pin those in my journal board because I have no idea where I found them, and some of them are NCT themed anyway. But anyway, I knew I wanted to use those as well, just because of the whole cell phone theme. So basically, Operation True Love is about a girl who's in a relationship with a fellow classmate, and he treats her horribly. I genuinely have never seen anyone treat someone so badly. I was like, I don't even get what he's getting out of this relationship. Later on, I kind of started to understand like why he might not break up with her, but he treats her horribly, and then the story starts to unravel. Again, I don't want to spoil too much because it's so good. It's very juicy. Like, it's a little bit like drama is going on. So the male leads are Eunhyuk and Dohwa. I will say I only read 30 episodes of this. I should have said that at the beginning. I haven't read that much of the story. Oh, and also when I was reading this, season 1 finished like that day. So I was like, oh, and it's like 90 episodes, I think. So I'm literally a third of the way through with the story then. But anyway, so far, the second male lead, Dohwa, I have not seen much of him. I don't know how much I'm going to like him. I do not think we need a second male lead in a story. I think you can make a really good, really fun, really compelling, really juicy, interesting story without having 2 male leads. That's just me though. And so far I'm not even really considering him. Like, he's fine, but I just feel like we haven't seen that much of him. The other male lead, Eunhyuk, oh my goodness, I'm speechless, actually. The character design, first of all, whoa. Shout out to the artist. Someone needs to poach this artist. Like, once the story is done, I need her to, I need them to draw a BL. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I'm very, very serious about their career trajectory, and I need them to do a BL next. But anyway, Eunhyuk is the main character's boyfriend's best friend. So basically he sees her being treated terribly, and he's like, why do you even like that guy? And at first I was like, hey, why do you like him? Like, why are you friends with a guy who would treat his girlfriend so terribly? But anyway, they kind of slowly start hanging out more, and they really just like kind of get to know each other more. And she's like, oh, maybe he's like not that bad of a guy, because she never really liked him, but he's so sweet, way sweeter to her than her boyfriend could ever be. And also he's gorgeous, and he's tall, and he's more handsome than her boyfriend. So anyway, I'm a big fan of Eunhyuk, and I think the main character should be too. I also definitely think he's in game anyway. Like, that's just my predictions. There's also another character, not really a main character, but it's the main character's foster sister, and she has a lot to do with the drama going on. But overall, I love the story. I loved it more than I thought I would. I thought I was just going to like it because of the pretty art. But I'm definitely going to keep reading more episodes, and I want to finish it. Definitely want to finish season 1. This spread is actually going in my archive journal, not my reading journal, because I'm not finished with season 1 yet. That's why I didn't leave any space while I was making this to write anything, because I don't know what my final thoughts will be, even though I definitely think I'm going to love this, like I said. Right now, I'm spelling out the title of the manhwa, but what you're about to see in a second is me attempt to make a name tag. I tried really hard to find like a proper name tag. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know how EXO's first album looks? Like that sort of name tag, you know? I just couldn't find one anywhere. I don't know like what I should have searched to try to find one. But anyway, I wanted to make one for Eunhyuk, and I typed his name out in Korean, and I looked through Canva to try to find some name tags, and I just didn't like how anything looked. I was attempting it, like as you can see, this like pink and white one, I tried it, but like it just didn't look good, so I had to get rid of it, even though I really wanted to spell out Eunhyuk's name, but that's fine. Anyway, I think this spread is such a good example of limiting your color palette. Like if you pick 3 to 5 colors and stick with them, everything looks so much more cohesive and thoughtful. The label stickers I used earlier, they were white as you saw, and I just picked a random filter on Canva that would turn them blue. I'm sure that if I would have scrolled through more, there would probably have been like a green that would have matched well, maybe even like yellow, maybe purple. So that's also something to think about, having like label stickers like that, or really anything that's like lighter in color, maybe putting a filter over it, or changing like the hue or the saturation. That can like make items that you use all the time look a little bit different. Also, sorry if I sounded a little funny and slow at the beginning of this part. I took my allergy meds and they make me very drowsy. Actually, when I was making this spread, I usually have like 20 minutes of screen recording to speed up, but this spread was like 28, and like no writing included. 28 minutes. I was just so sleepy I could not make any decisions. So that's today's TMI. I really, really like how this turned out. This is definitely my favorite spread of the whole video. Oh, also, I mean, I guess I shouldn't rate Operation True Love so far, but I would give it a solid like 4.5 stars. Like I really, really like it. The art is just like, the art is 10 stars, 100 stars. I love it so much. And also, speaking of stars, I like how I used the blue, like that sort of like blue ombre. Oh, you know what the word I was looking for in the other video when I kept saying ombre? I was looking for aura. It's got like that kind of aura thing where, you know, it does ombre, but like it spreads out. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, now all that's left is to arrange all the new spreads in my journals. I tried something new today. I really hope that you like this format, and I can definitely make more videos like this in the future if you liked it, because I'm always wanting to talk more about what I'm reading, and I just never knew what kind of format to do it in before on my channel. I still don't know what's the best format, but I can definitely make more videos like this. I think it's really fun. Not even necessarily like a challenge like this, but just telling you what I'm reading and then journaling about it. I think that's fun. Also, just now, as I'm filming this voiceover or recording this voiceover, I'm realizing I didn't fill in any of the stars in my spreads. Like, I didn't go back and color them in, like, for anything that was a half star. So I'm going to have to do that, I guess, on my own time. As soon as I'm done with this recording, I'm going to have to go do that. Honestly, putting all of my spreads into the paper app and seeing how they look displayed in the actual journals is my favorite part of this whole process. I think all of the spreads turned out really well this time, and I'm happy with them all. Thank you so much for watching today. Also, thank you for all of the love on my other journaling videos. It means a lot to me. Thank you for subscribing. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Everything should be like in the description box, like everything that I read, and also what I used to make these spreads. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today. I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.